Hey everyone, so if you're here on this video, you're probably new to Assetto Corsa, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk you through today. If you're brand new to Assetto Corsa and you don't know where to start, I'm going to get you all up and running and tell you all the important things that you need to be doing. My channel has got over 370 Assetto Corsa videos on it, so you can be assured that I'm going to be giving you the right information to get you up and running as quickly as possible. And Assetto Corsa can look absolutely gorgeous, as you can see by this footage. This is the P1 racing around the upgraded Neuschleifer. So in this video I'm going to go through all the basics, the settings, how to install what you need and where to get it from, and also how to install mods, as well as all those important applications. But before we go into that, I just want to show you the flexibility of what Assetto Corsa can give you. And the main place to start for this awesome 10-year-old game is the amount of mods that are actually available for it. So one of my subscribers, Fred, came to me a few days ago and said, I drive a Clio RS Trophy, I can't find one on Assetto Corsa. Well, here it is, and this is by 101 Creative, who creates some fantastic mods, by the way, so I will put a link to this in the description. So the point is that any track or any car, almost anywhere in the world, you can get a mod for and install it on Assetto Corsa. And indeed, that's what my channel is all about, showing you all the best mods and where to get them from, and how to install those all-important applications too. So this game has been around for a while, but how much is it if you wanted to buy it right now? Well, we can answer that really easily by going onto Steam. So if you've got a Steam account and you search for Assetto Corsa, this is the page you're going to come up with. And as you can see, it's £15.49 for the standard Assetto Corsa game. Now, there are also lots of different packs and season passes, and these can feel a little bit confusing. It's really important though to understand that a lot of these come on sale on a very regular basis. So you can see all the additional DLCs, all the additional mods from Kunos that you can download, and there's lots of them. And it does come to quite a bit of money if you download them and buy them at this price, but they are always on sale. So wait for a sale and you will be able to buy Assetto Corsa for £3 or £4, and you'll be able to buy all the DLCs probably for about £10. So once you've installed the game, what's the next step before you start to run it? Well, the next step is to download and install Content Manager. This is by X4Fab, and this is an absolute game changer in the way that you launch Assetto Corsa. This is really important because this allows you to install mods and all the additional bits you want really easily. So there's a download link here, and I'll put the link to this in the description. It's really easy to install. Just follow the instructions and you will have Content Manager installed. The very next thing you need to download before you even run Content Manager is Custom Shader Patch. What is Custom Shader Patch, or CSP as it's commonly called in the community? Well, put simply, this brings CSP back into the current generation of graphics, physics and weather simulation. So this is an absolute essential. This is the basis for a lot of the things that the mods are going to do when you install it. There's a direct link here, and this is completely free, this version of CSP, and also Content Manager is free too. You can see there's lots of different versions of CSP at the bottom. Only go for the top recommended one, and that's 1.79 at the moment. So once you've downloaded CSP, you'll get this lights patch raw file, and just drop it onto your desktop, and then you want to run Content Manager, and it will come up as it is on the left hand side of the screen. Simply put, all you're going to do to install this CSP is drag and drop it into that main frame of Content Manager. You'll get the green bars at the top, and then all you're going to do is click on install. Now it's saying for me to update over existing files. That's because I've already got it installed, but you will just have an install button there, and once you've done that, click on remove completed, and that is CSP actually installed. So how do you check them? Because obviously CSP is one of the key features of the way you're going to run Assetto Corsa. So you've got all the different settings at the top, and if you click on the settings tab and then click on Custom Shader Patch, and you'll see about and updates at the top, you will see what version you were on there, and you want to be on 1.79. This is the free version, so all the mods that I'm talking about today are free. You can see you can install different versions of CSP, some of the older ones, by just clicking on them, but don't click on those. Also, you can see at the top right hand corner, I've got an extra available version. That's because that's a preview version, a paid for version. You will not have that when you just install the standard 1.79. Now the next place to go is if you click on Assetto Corsa next to Custom Shader Patch and Video. This is all your video settings. Now Assetto Corsa is an old game, so you should be able to max all of these out. But if you do want more information on what to do here, check out my other videos. I go into a lot of detail on what all these different settings do. A lot of them are really self-explanatory and you should be able to get up and running quite quickly here. The next place to go is controllers. You can see I've got wheel, gamepad and keyboard and mouse here. This is where you change all of your controller settings. So this is what Content Manager is good at, bringing all of these settings to the front. So they're really easy to set up and get you ready for Assetto Corsa. But wait, we're not ready to run the game yet, because there's one last piece of the jigsaw, and this is Sol 2.2.8. This is the current version. This is free, it's on Race Department, and this gives you all the extra weather effects that you want on Assetto Corsa. This works with CSP, so if you click on the download link there, it will come up with some other links. This is quite a big file, so just copy, paste, download one of the links here, and that will give you Sol, and I'm going to show you how to install that now. So you've got Sol downloaded, and here we can see the raw file on my desktop. This is the raw file here. Now, unlike CSP that you drag and drop into Content Manager, you do not do this with Sol. That's really important. Sol has a different way of running. Now, whether it's a fresh install or you're trying to fix an old install that's not quite gone right, if you double click on the Sol folder here that I've extracted to my desktop, you will see you've got an item here called Sol uninstall.bat. If you try and run it on your desktop, it will come up with an error message. This little file here needs to go into your root directory of Assetto Corsa. So what do I mean by that? Well, Assetto Corsa will be installed under your Steam Apps and Common, and you can see here at the top, you can see the link I've got, which is Steam Apps, Common and Assetto Corsa. What you need to do is make a shortcut of that, because you'll be going in here a lot, trust me. Copy the Sol uninstall.bat into there and then actually run it. So this is only if you've had a previous problem getting Sol installed. When you actually run that, you can see, do you want to delete your old Sol config? You press yes, and that will delete it. So if you've got a previous version or a broken version, make sure you do that before you install Sol manually. Now we do need to install it manually, so all we do is copy these 4 folders here into your Assetto Corsa root directory, overwrite anything that it says to there, and that's it. That's Sol installed as well. So we've now got Content Manager, Custom Shader Patch and Sol installed. They are the 3 parts to the jigsaw. How do you know what Sol is going to do? So if you click on Settings, Custom Shader Patch and go to Weather Effects, you will see here that you need to make sure that Sol 2.2.8 is highlighted there. Don't worry about anything else that you just saw in my list there. I've got lots of things installed, but the main version of Sol is 2.2.8. That is the current version as this video goes out. If you then click on the drive button at the top, you can see you can change all your different weather effects here, but you can also change it in game. If you want to know more how to do that, then do check out my other videos. This is just to get you up and running. But there is one last thing that we need to look at before we run the game, and that is PP filters. You'll hear this all the time when you're in the Assetto Corsa world, and these are post-processing filters. So if you go to Settings, Assetto Corsa and Video, you'll be able to change your post-processing filter, and you need to make sure you're picking one of the Sol ones. Now you won't have many in there if this is a fresh install of Assetto Corsa. I use Sol Extra, that looks really nice on my PC, but you can pick and choose what they are, and all the PP filter does is give you a slightly different look and feel of what Assetto Corsa is actually going to look like. There is another setting just to check too. So again, I'm still in settings, I'm still in Assetto Corsa, and then you need to go down and find Python apps, or it might just say apps. Make sure that anything that's got Sol on it has got a tick in it. That will enable you to make sure you can change Sol settings actually in the game. If you don't have those ticks in there, that will cause you a problem. Now the last thing we're going to look at is how to install mods. Now this is whether it's a track or a car, and you can see I've got a raw file here and I've also got a folder. Now if it comes with a raw file, you can just drag and drop it into Content Manager, click on the little 4 bars at the top, the green bars, and then click on install. Now here, because I've got this installed already, this is the Clio that I've run in this footage, then you can see I'm just upgrading over the old files, but you'll just have install there, and that's how you install any raw file. If it is going to be just a folder, and you can do these manually with raw files as well if you've extracted it, is open that shortcut that we made for the root of Assetto Corsa, and you will see then that you can go into content, and you've got folders for cars and all sorts of other different things, and you've also got tracks. If you are going to install something manually, make sure you drag it into the right folder here. So here I've got a car, I'm just going to drag it over and copy, and that will just copy it over. I'm replacing files because I've already got it installed. This is just an example, and that's it. That car will now come up in Content Manager and you can pick and choose it. Do put him in the right folders though, because if you don't, you won't be able to see it in Content Manager. And talking of Content Manager, very quickly, if you're brand new, you can pick different cars on categories, new, you can search on all your different cars. And trust me, if you are new to Assetto Corsa, you will download hundreds and hundreds of free cars. So this is a really easy way to pick and choose what you want to drive. You can even choose by countries and brands. And tracks actually works in a very similar way. If I just cancel out of that and then click on the track picture, you can pick and choose on countries, categories, DLCs, tags, even your favorites. And here's the Surspats gaming test track that you will see in some of my other videos if you are new to Assetto Corsa. So really, when you have downloaded hundreds and hundreds of mods, there are plenty of ways to pick and choose them, and this is why Content Manager is so important, because it helps you to install mods in the right way, sort them in the right way, and it's the platform for CSP and for Sol. So with that, you will be able to get all of your different weather effects, and you can see you can pick and choose them here, and you can pick and choose them in the game. And again, check out my other videos for more information on that. If you do want to understand how to do lots more things in Assetto Corsa, check out the channel, click on the subscribe button, it's completely free, and I'll see you soon.